How would you react if you found your entire life is based on a lie, and the world as you know it is on the verge of destruction? Would you freak out, or would you put your hurt aside and help save your world? Hello, quick recaps here. Today we traveled to Free City and explore the film Free Guy. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. The movie begins in a futuristic world called Free City. In the city there are regular people and sunglass people. The sunglasses people are deemed superheroes who can do anything they want as rules do not apply to them. They have great hair and go on missions, living better lives than other people. Our protagonist is a guy called Guy. Literally, that's his name. Guy is a banker living in the city. His daily routine consists of getting up, greeting his goldfish, eating cereal, wearing some boring blue and khaki pants, getting coffee at a coffee house, and meeting up with his best friend, Buddy. Buddy works as a security guard in the bank Guy works at. The bank is constantly getting robbed and the people surrender easily, clearly used to this. However, Guy feels like his life is not fulfilled because he doesn't have a love interest. He fears he's going to die alone, and Buddy just tells him he'll get there when he gets there. Another morning, a pretty woman meets up with a masked dude in a dark alley. She's looking for something and the masked dude gives her a location. As she leaves the alley, she is mouthing the reactions of other people, a clear show of how cool she is. She encounters Guy saying his famous catchphrase of "don't have a good day, have a great day," and is surprised when Guy recognizes a song she is singing, Fantasy, as it is also his favorite. Guy is smitten and starts following her despite warnings from Buddy. The girl walks towards the rail tracks and disappears. When Guy tries to get to her, he's hit by an oncoming train. Meanwhile, the screen shifts and we meet Millie Rusk in a cafeteria watching an ad for Free City 2. Now, we understand what's going on. Free City is a video game and Guy is a non-player character, NPC. The massively multiplayer online role-playing game was developed by Tsunami Studio and has gained quite a popularity. Millie is trying to find evidence that a source code she and her father Walter Keys McKee wrote was stolen by the studio's CEO, Antoine Hovachelik. In the game, Millie plays as an avatar of Molotov Girl, the girl that caught Guy's attention earlier. Guy wakes up in his apartment the next day and goes to his regular coffee order of medium coffee and creamed sugar. The barista prepares the order, but Guy decides he wants to have a cappuccino. This baffles everyone at the cafeteria, and it seems as though Guy is deviating from his programming and affecting all the other NPCs. At the bank, the usual robbery occurs, but Guy cannot stop thinking about Millie, especially after he sees her walking outside. He gets up and starts engaging the robber, who is more confused than afraid. Guy wants to get his sunglasses as he believes he can get his crush's attention. The robber, who is a kid in real life, tries to fight Guy off, but the determined man overpowers him and gets the glasses. When he puts them on outside, he's exposed to a world he never knew before. He repairs his injured body by touching a dangling first aid kit. He also sees various ways to get rewards and gets enough money to buy a pair of sneakers he wanted so badly. This is a whole new world that Guy has been exposed to here, and he's ready to take it on. Back in the studios, Keys thinks Guy is a hacker who disguises as an NPC, and together with coworker Mauser, they decide to boot him out. Keys is working for Antoine despite his friend's allegations that Antoine stole their code. The two guys put on suits and meet Guy, who was at the rail tracks where he had seen Millie disappear. Mauser is dressed as a rabbit and Keys as an improved version of Hitler. The two do not appear as intimidating as they thought they were. They start asking Guy how he got his skin, and Guy's confused and says he was born with it. He doesn't understand anything the two cops say, and a shootout starts. Guy runs away from the cops and realizes his shoes have the ability to make him jump high. This is a new experience for him, but eventually the cops kill him. After logging off, Keys is still worried, because though they killed Guy, Blue Shirt Guy, the number of players has remained the same. We get a little background information about what inspired Free City. It seems like most of the things in the game were inspired by their personal preferences, like the coffee Guy buys every morning. The idea was to create a game where gamers could log in to watch inhabitants do their thing. Antoine bought the game, but Millie believes he stole their code and is refusing to admit it so he doesn't have to share the credit with them. Millie tries to get Keys to help her, but he refuses as he signed an NDA. Millie gets the location in the game where Antoine is hiding the codes and decides to break him. Guy approaches her, causing the mission to be jeopardized. Millie tells Guy that if he wants to help her with the mission, he has to earn more points. Since Guy cannot do the normal villain stuff, he decides to play the hero. He stops robbers from running away with the loot. He takes guns from the villains and earns more money. This rapid progression through the game, benevolently completing missions, turns the heads of all the players in the world, and he becomes known as Blue Shirt Guy. Guy tries to get Buddy to join him by wearing the glasses, but Buddy is not ready to deviate from the programming he is accustomed to. On the other hand, Millie finally gets Keys to help her out. She breaks into the stash and gets the clip, but the place is rigged and assassins appear ready to kill her. Guy chooses this moment to arrive and helps Millie escape without the clip. As they jump off the building, the two share what can be assumed to be a moment. In the studio, Antoine arrives and is informed of a lawsuit Millie has sanctioned on him. Antoine is not worried, but instead he wants Blue Shirt Guy eliminated from the game. He also wants to focus on Free City 2, a sequel to the game. Keys thinks that this is a bad idea and they should create an original game, but Antoine sees no need. Keys tells him the new sequel is already getting many complaints, and Antoine brushes it off. In the game, Guy takes Millie out for bubblegum ice cream. Millie still thinks Guy is a player, despite Guy saying he had been in Free City all his life. The two talk a little and Guy kisses Millie. Someone knocks on her door and she has to log off. Before Millie leaves, she tells Guy that maybe they should meet in the real world, leaving Guy oblivious. Keys has finally figured out what is happening with Guy. He reveals to Millie that Guy is an NPC character whose self-awareness came from the artificial intelligence code that Keys had included in life itself, the original game. This explains the personal things Millie liked, like the ice cream and swing set, and also why Guy proposed to kiss despite the function being unavailable in the game. When that is cleared, there comes to the problem that Free City is soon to be wiped from Tsunami servers, so it can create room for Free City 2 in a few hours. Not wanting to see their game destroyed, the two decide to help each other. However, they need Guy's help, and it's going to be hard to convince him to help them when he learns his entire existence is fake. This goes as expected because Guy gets so devastated, breaks off the relationship, and decides to go back to his old routine. His first stop is at Buddy's house, and Buddy tells him that even though his life is not real, the moment that they are in is real. This motivates Guy and he decides to help Millie out, realizing there is more to their reality. Using Buddy's security guard connections, they enter the stash hoping to get the clip Millie desperately needs. It turns out that the player who owns the stash is a huge fan of Guy, and willingly helps them rob the stash. Accidentally, he lets it slip that he had previously tried to rob the stash with Millie. Guy goes to meet up with Millie and gives her the clip. As they review it, Guy realizes the location on the clip is a place he had seen before. Back at the studios, Antoine is angry that Blue Shirt Guy's popularity is making Free City more popular than its sequel, and he decides he wants the game rebooted. The reboot happens and Free City goes offline, causing uproar all over the world. When the system is back online, Millie tries to look for Guy, but Guy's resumed his normal program and is walking with Buddy when Millie approaches him. Of course, he doesn't recognize her as his memories have been removed. Guy shrugs her off and goes to the bank. Millie is so disappointed and she gives up. Keys calls her and tells her there's a way to get Guy to remember, and he sends her a trace log. Key explains that Guy was based on a character that would never find his partner, but one day when he sees her, he feels alive. Keys had based the guy's partner on Millie, and she was the reason his code changed. Millie gets back to the game and kidnaps Guy. In the last desperation attempt, she kisses him, and this brings back all of his memories. Doctors should do more research on kisses. They could cure amnesia. Guy finally recalls the location of the island, the only remaining part of life itself, and the proof of Millie and Key's original code. However, the island is across the sea and the game doesn't allow people to get through. The three also realize Antoine is going to figure out what is happening and try to thwart their plans. Guy calls all the NPCs in the game and gets them to rally against the program. They go into a strike, rendering Free City empty. Players all over the world are confused as the city is empty. Only other players are visible. Complaints start streaming and Antoine figures out what is going on. He orders security to get Keys and orders Mauser to kill them by crashing their car. Mauser's plans are subverted by Keys and the guards finally catch up with him. Antoine demands the release of an unfinished version of Guy called Dude, the star in Free City 2 into Free City. Keys manage to construct a bridge that connects the city to Millie's build. Antoine decides to boot everyone off the game, but Keys manages to live stream it before he is escorted off the building. Millie tells Guy to get the code and prove what a fraud Antoine is. Dude attacks Guy and he is a little overwhelmed. Buddy arrives and tries to help Guy but is quickly disposed of. Finally, Dude activates the death blow. But Guy puts on the sunglasses and protects himself. Finally, he puts the sunglasses on Dude, whose brain is distracted by some shiny dancing globes in the air. Antoine decides to destroy the servers, with the game permanently shutting down Free City. The place starts collapsing and he fires Mauser when he refuses to help him. The other NPCs run into a building and are not erased. However, Buddy is not so lucky and he is erased. He reveals he had a great day. Finally, Guy reaches the island, proving Antoine stole Millie and Keys' code. Before he can destroy the final server, Millie offers a deal to abandon her lawsuit, give him the rights to her code, and surrender the profits of the Free City franchise to him, in exchange for the last server. Antoine accepts and the game's inhabitants are saved. Sometime later, the sales for Free City 2 tank due to server lags and bugs. Antoine is vilified by the media and arrested for his crimes. Keys, Mauser, and Millie released free life using their recovered code, including Guy, Dude, and the other Free City characters. In the game, Guy reveals to Millie that his code is in fact a love letter to her. Millie has an epiphany and realizes that Keys is in love with her. Millie leaves the game and she and Keys share a kiss. Meanwhile, Guy reunites with Buddy and they begin to live their own lives. Thank you for watching, but wait. See how this man managed to escape the prison after 19 years in it. He was imprisoned for a crime that he didn't do, and so he converts the prison into a paradise. This is the highest rated movie ever, so we can say that it's the GOAT in the movie industry. Make sure to check that out and subscribe.